Good morning. It's Brother Ken Beaver with Cathedral Baptist Church. Thank you for sharing your time with us as we look at today's word of encouragement. I am often reminded of my failures, not in a negative sense where it stops me from engaging in life and leaves me depressed and sad, immobilizing me in fear. That's not the type of reminder. It's a reminder about how it's not in my strength, but in God's strength that anything good is going to happen in my life. This was seen most notably after 2 years in ministry. Man, I was trying hard to change the hearts of men and women. Man, I wanted to change their hearts, and I was just preaching and teaching as best I could. After about 2 years, though, I was burnt out. I was tired, and I was getting ready to give up in ministry. And I was praying with God, and I said, Lord, I just can't do this anymore. And his response to my heart was so priceless and treasured still today. He said, Good. I was wondering how long it was going to take you to let go and finally give up on trying to change the hearts of men. It's not your job. And I knew right then it was not in my scope of expertise to be able to change the hearts of men. My job was clarified when God whispered to me yet again, preach the word. Preach the word. Therefore, I have endeavored to do just that in my ministry since. And guess what? Burnout has remained at a minimum. Now, that's not to say it won't ever come back, but when my priorities shift to trying to do things that I'm just not qualified to do, I certainly will run into trouble. The psalmist reminding about how the wickedness of men is very quick to make us unwise, and really the wise usually stay within the light of God. Give us some great illustrations in chapter 36 of the Psalms. Listen to what he says, just a few of these verses. It's a short psalm. I encourage you to read all of it, verse 1 through verse 12. But this is what he says about the transgression of the ungodly. He says, there's no fear of God before his eyes. It flatters him in his own eyes concerning the discovery of his iniquity and the hatred of it. The words of his mouth are wickedness and deceit. And he has ceased to be wise and to do good. He plans wickedness on his bed. He sets himself on a path that is not good. He does not despise evil. It's amazing how we can lose our wisdom very quickly. And he contrasts that with the loving kindness of God and how God is so tender and precious. He says, verse 8 and verse 9, they drink their fill of the abundance of your house, and you give them to drink the river of your delights. For with you is the fountain of life. In your light, we see light. So let me just encourage you this morning. If you're looking for light, look for it within the light of God. Go to his word. Focus on truth and what he is saying to not just you, but all mankind. And then let us be wise. Let us not give up our control. Let us not give it away so easy and begin to do evil. Let's focus in on focusing on God, letting him guide our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. We love you and we're praying for you. God bless.